out a few companies, and GTAD's seem to present us with the best option. They're very familiar with our industry. They have a process in place with at least 26 of the Caterpillar dealers across the country, so they definitely know our industry pretty well. And now we have the ability for our customers to get their statements and invoices emailed to them. They have the option of a couple different choices. They can have their invoices and their statements will be sent with one PDF, but their invoices that are generated daily, they can have sent as one PDF file or an individual PDF file for each of the customer's invoices. And another option they have is just to get a notification that there are new invoices. They can go to the customer portal that we have set up in order to retrieve those invoices. So we just wanted to give everybody kind of an overview of the system. Today we decided we would actually at least go out to the website and show you guys what a customer does when they go onto our website to sign up. It's a pretty simple, easy process. And then we will have, then we'll go just show you guys the customer portal. Jordan and I plan to go out and do some training at all the branches. We want to find a couple people that maybe are willing to help customers register when they have the need, even though it's a pretty simple registration process and they can do it themselves. I was talking to a customer, mentioned it to her, and literally within a minute of hanging up the phone, she had already registered and we got notification. So the registration process is really, really simple. So, Jay, if you could just drive, what we'll do is click on this is our website. We have a GoPaperless link. So when a customer will come in and he'll click on that. And what they'll do is just get a simple little explanation of what the program is and what it offers. And then they can read through it and see what the options are. Then they click on the sign up logo. And then that's not what they would see normally. What they would normally do is see a little screen that has user ID and password on it. So I'm not sure why that came up. And then there we go. That's the screen the customer would see. And then they would click on this register now button. And then really what they need to get started is their customer number or an invoice, right? Just one. No, both. They need both. They need their customer number and one invoice number.
Right.
So all they'll do is click on that, and then it'll lead them to the next screen, which is where they choose their options, basically.
Right.
So just to get started for a customer, it's a really, really simple registration process. So once a customer registers to get their invoices and statement emailed to them, they actually get access to a customer portal, which then they can go out and view invoices, print invoices, and they can actually make a payment, pay invoices using an ACH process. Right now, I have it set up for customers to make a credit card payment on them, but they can make an ACH payment, which basically would be what you might do, to make a payment for your credit card or whatever other online payments you might make.
Hey, Peggy.
So that's kind of an overview. So we'll let Ye take over and kind of just show you the customer portal and what the customer sees when they sign on.
Thank you, Jordan. Okay, so what I did was I actually just signed in as if I was a customer. So this is what will show up when the customer logs in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and select invoices to view as a customer, and I believe I selected customer number 8227, which I believe is Dunn Company. I think I got that correct. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go in and say I want to see all of my invoices that I have less than today on the site. I'm going to click search, and then what it will do is it will bring up all of the invoices. So here it will tell you how many records were found. There are 122 records found on the site for this specific customer. So the customer can, go ahead and select one invoice to view. So they'll select view here on the right side, and they'll be able to view this one invoice. And this will be the invoice that they also will receive via email. So it looks exactly the same. They can also do is, actually let me go back to that screen, is from this screen they can also email it. They can also download it. They can also do is they can go ahead and select more than one. So for instance, if they want to look at all of the invoices that are listed here, all 100, and I think it shows 100 at a time, so that I have to go to the second page, they can go ahead and click this button up here, or if they just want to see maybe the first 3. So that there are 3 records. So those are the 3 records that we have selected, and they can actually just kind of scroll through. They can also, from this screen, go ahead and also email as well. They also have the option to go ahead and download, like I said before. They can print the emails, the invoices as well. They can also download into an XLS spreadsheet. So for instance, if they want to download all of their invoices, all 122 invoices onto XLS spreadsheet, all they have to do is actually just click the XLS button here. And it will just give a report of all 122 invoices that we have on the site. So it will have it as the column headers is account number, customer name, invoice number, amount, payment. So this will be one helpful tool for their accounting department to use. They also have the option to pay. So if they want to go ahead and pay either one invoice, sorry, my mouse is acting a little funny today. Invoice that they can pay.
I want to change the screen to just the open invoices.
You're right.
Customer has the option of seeing all their invoices or just the ones with open balances. The invoices that we have posted on the system go back to January of 2013, so they can see anything from this year. They can have the choice of seeing everything or just their open invoices. So mostly if the customer is going to make a payment, they would just look at their open invoice.
So I just noted some programming, so I'm going to have to get this taken care of. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to actually go back to where it said all.
Register and change their password. So if you haven't gotten that, you can talk to Jordan and he will help you with that.
Okay, so if your client wants to go ahead and pay invoices on the site as well, they can either choose one at a time, which as you can see here where it says payable amount, it will populate this field, or if they want to go ahead and pay more than one, they can do that as well, and it will just add it up. Once they select which invoices they want to pay, they click the pay option here. Or once a short pay an invoice, say if they're going to apply a credit, they would need to enter in a short pay reason, and this will be required. They will not be able to go forward without putting in some type of reason to why an invoice is short paid. So once they enter in all that information, they will go ahead and enter in their banking information here. And if they would like to choose to have this information saved, they can click Add to Bank Account Profile, enter in their email address. They can select when they would like to have the invoices paid, either current date or schedule a payment, and then they'll click Submit.
Yeah, we're not seeing what you're doing at the moment.
Oh,
Thank you.
I'm sorry. Okay, let's go back. I'm going to go way back. Sorry, my GoToMeeting's been kind of acting up the last couple days. I'm going to go back. Okay, what I was doing was I was showing that I had selected more than one invoice to pay, and it calculates it in this payable amount field here. I click the Pay option. It will take me to a screen where it will list the invoices that I've selected to pay and the total. If for some reason your customer needs to have the invoice short pay, it is required to enter in a reason here. Once that's completed, then the customer will enter in their banking information. If they want to go ahead and have this information saved, they will click this button here and say Add to Bank Account Profile. They will select if they want the payment to be taken today, current, or if they want to schedule a payment. And once all that information has been entered, they'll just click Submit, and the payment will be made.
So it's a fairly easy process, very similar to what any of us would do when we paid a bill online. So pretty simple for the customer to make payment. That kind of thing will be very good for some of our login customers who don't necessarily keep good normal hours. They can get on the system anytime and pay their bills. So that'll be a big plus for us.
Correct. Does anybody have any questions?
Just a couple more things. We've got about 30 customers signed up already.
Awesome.
We have 10 of our top 11 customers that get invoices. The most invoices. 10 of the top 11 are signed up for the system, so that's good for us. The more customers that we get signed up, for us, it starts reducing our expenses. It's 46 cents to send an invoice, and it's about 15 cents to email it. So it's significantly cheaper for us if we get more and more customers signed up for the system. Couple things that to keep in mind when Jordan's been talking to customers. One of the things they've all been afraid of is that they have to go out to our website now to get their invoices. That's not the case. The customer's invoices will be emailed directly to them unless they choose the option to get a notification and go out and get the invoices themselves. So that was one of the big concerns that people have had when they've registered. The other thing, Jordan and I are going to try to make it out to all the branch locations over the next, couple of months, I guess, probably, because we won't be able to do it as fast as we would like, just based on the time of the year and trying to collect as much as we can before the end of the year. But we'll come out and sit down with you guys and do some individual training to show you guys how the system works a little better. And if there's some people at each of the branches that want to help us register customers, we'll give you some special training on what you have to do to get a customer registered. It's not a real difficult process, but we want at least hopefully one person at the branch that is interested in trying to help, and we'll try to put some flyers out at the branches. We are sending a little notification to customers with their statements over the next 3 months, just a little flyer piece that alerts them to the program and tells them how to get started with the registration process. So that'll be going out with statements starting here at the end of this month. So we just wanted to give everybody a quick overview of the system. One nice thing about it for us, for instance, like when James goes to Merriman or Larry goes to AW Oaks, a lot of times they want me to print off all of the customers' invoices. Well, I'm happy to do that through EBS. That takes quite a while to do that. When since we can access the customer information in the CTAPS program, they can actually now just go to the customer record, click all, and they can print all of those customers' invoices at once themselves. It'll be a lot faster and a lot easier for them. They can get it when they want it. So if you have to go out to a customer and negotiate something with them and you need copies of invoices, you can go to the CTAP system, click the invoices you want, hit print, and they'll print out, a lot faster than the process you have to do to get them done in EBS. So there is some value to us to use the CTAB's system. So we just wanted to make sure you guys were aware of that. Jordan, any other thoughts or comments?
No, just any contact you have with the customer, if they're calling for an invoice or anything, just try to mention it. Try to get them to go to the website. Not only for the paperless, but for any of the other information that is pertinent on the website. Try to get them there and try to get them signed up. And if they have any questions, just get their name and number, send it over to us. We'll be happy to talk to them about it.
And just so everybody knows, we do have a email address set up for the accounts receivable group. It's ar@rolandmachinery.com. So you can just shoot an email to that email address, and then Jordan, Betty, and I all see that. So then one of us, and it's probably good to send credit apps to that email address too. That way, at least one of us makes sure, if one of us is out of the office or whatever, that the other people get it. So just want to alert you guys to that email address too if you weren't aware of it yet.
Marty works for Scholmer.
Anybody have any particular questions about the program? The one thing on the payment thing, you might have seen some red X's. There are some things we don't want the customer to be able to pay, like, they've already used credits. We have a big problem with customers double using credits. So on the payment screen, you might see some red X's. Those are invoices that should have zero balances for the most part. So we don't want them to be able to pay or use that credit. That's what those red X's were all about. So if anybody had that question. Anybody? That's really kind of it. We just wanted to keep this short and sweet, give everybody at least just a little quick view of what's out there. We encourage everybody at Roland to sign up so you guys have access to it. If you didn't get the email, contact Jordan and he can get you set up. So, any other questions? I'll take that as no, and thank everybody for their time today. We appreciate it, and then Jordan and I will be out to see you guys sometime over the course of the next couple of months.
Well, they come in February.
February? Yeah, well, probably will. And that's probably the better time for us to be up there to most of our locations anyway. But we'll try to get there as soon as we can, and hopefully we'll get a few of you guys to help us with the registration process. It's pretty easy though. So.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Wally.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.